This Persian ruler shook India to its core. In 1739, Nader Shah, the fierce ruler of Persia, set his eyes on India. Driven by ambition and greed, he marched his massive army into the Indian subcontinent. But why was the Mughal Empire so vulnerable to Nader Shah's invasion? Years of internal strife and succession disputes had left the empire fractured. Ineffective leadership at the center meant that regional governors, or nawabs, had grown increasingly independent, weakening the central authority in Delhi. Economic decline, widespread corruption, and repeated invasions had further eroded the empire's strength. By the time Nader Shah advanced, the Mughal Empire was a shadow of its former self, struggling to maintain control over its vast territories. With swift and brutal efficiency, Nader Shah's forces clashed with Mughal troops at the Battle of Karnal. On February 24, 1739, Nader Shah's Persian forces decisively defeated the much larger Mughal army near Karnal. But what truly set Nader Shah apart was his strategic brilliance. His military tactics, superior discipline, and innovative use of artillery gave him a significant edge over his adversaries. Nader Shah's ability to rapidly maneuver his troops and exploit weaknesses in enemy formations allowed him to outsmart and overpower much larger forces. Using clever tactics, including feigned retreats and concentrated cavalry attacks, he outmaneuvered the Mughal commanders. The scale of the battle was immense, and the Mughal defeat shattered their military strength, paving the way for Nader Shah's entry into Delhi and marking a turning point that severely weakened Mughal power. In just 3 hours, the Persian army triumphed. After his victory at Karnal, Nader Shah marched triumphantly into Delhi in March 1739. The city, once the heart of the Mughal Empire, was thrown into chaos as Persian troops entered its gates. At first, Nader Shah tried to maintain order, but tensions quickly escalated. A rumor spread that Nader Shah had been assassinated, sparking violence between the city's residents and the occupying Persian soldiers. In retaliation, Nader Shah ordered a brutal massacre. For hours, the streets of Delhi ran red as thousands of men, women, and children were killed. The city was gripped by terror, and the scale of the bloodshed shocked the world. Delhi soon fell, and what followed was a devastating sack that left the city in ruins. Persian soldiers looted palaces, homes, and markets, seizing immense wealth. Nader Shah's victory was not just about power, it was a terrifying display of dominance. He looted treasures, including the legendary Peacock Throne, and demanded a massive tribute that shook the Mughal Empire to its core. Among the most famous treasures seized were the Koh-i-Noor and Darya-e-Noor diamonds. Both jewels originated in India and were symbols of immense wealth and power for the Mughal emperors. The Koh-i-Noor, meaning Mountain of Light, and the Darya-e-Noor, or Sea of Light, became legendary after Nader Shah took them to Persia, where they dazzled the world and cemented his reputation as one of history's most formidable conquerors. His name became synonymous with fear, and his conquest left an indelible mark on history. So next time you think of conquerors, remember Nader Shah, the man who made India shiver. Subscribe if you learned something new.